I think we're good. We're recording. Everything's on. Everyone's on. I'm good. Hit play.
Oh, shoot, there's a ton of people.
Lord, assist with thy Holy Spirit of counsel all of those who are serving in positions of authority and responsibility. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't know.
We unfortunately can't hear on the Zoom.
Okay. Okay. Mute by audio.
Come on.
No go. It's not going through.
In this representative democracy that is American government. The work is difficult. Fortunately, there are people who want to do it. Tonight, those people will take their oath of office. Despite having families, jobs, and all the other responsibilities that every individual has, they volunteered to tackle our difficult work. They will face the responsibility of serving over 12,000 people while responding to the requests of any single person. That is not easy. Let us hold hope that their work can sustain the strong reputation of our schools, protect our financial resources, support our personnel, and keep our facilities and equipment in good order. Let us hope that they will manage to sustain every one of the usual services we enjoy, while also looking to provide for improvements well into the future. And of course, let us hope that they will do all this at costs that respect the people who must provide the funding. It is not easy. I hope no one here wants to change their mind before they vote. Government of, by, and for the people is not easy. We have to want it. We have to make it. We have to care for it. Not when it's convenient. Not when other things aren't in the way. Not when the conditions are inviting. As we do, it will not perish. For almost 250 years, Americans have done it. Tonight, these citizens add their commitment to preservation of the best local government we can create. May God bless their effort and the town of North Smithfield. Administrator-elect, will you rise, please? Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will be true and faithful unto this state and support the laws and Constitution thereof and the Constitution of the United States, that you will well and truly execute the office of administrator for which you have been elected, or until another be engaged in your place, or until you are legally discharged therefrom? So help you God.
I will.
Congratulations.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome all town officials, family members that are here tonight, and also welcome town residents participating through Zoom to the 2020 inauguration of the newly elected town council and town administrator. Out of concern for COVID-19, I will keep my remarks brief. This will be the only time I keep my remarks brief. I'd like to begin by taking a moment to express my sincere appreciation for this opportunity to serve as the town administrator for our town. Specifically, I want to thank town residents who cast their ballot in support of me as town administrator, and the elected members of town council and the members of the school committee. Voters exercise their right to vote under unprecedented conditions. I also want to thank my friends that helped me in my campaign and got the word out. I'm greatly appreciative of your efforts. Thank you. And I need to express a very special thank you for the support of my children, Brendan, Kelsey, Brendan's wife, Megan, my daughter-in-law, my new daughter, and especially my wife, Noreen, of 37 years, who's encouraged me, who's been my guiding light. I love you. Thank you. Running for political office is never an easy path. I want to recognize my opponent, DJ Ossia, for his hard-fought and professional campaign. I would also like to congratulate the new town council and school committee members and pledge I will work tirelessly with them to accomplish the best possible outcomes for our town. Recognition is in order for Administrator Ezovski and his efforts over the 4 years as he guided his administration through some turbulent times. His actions, along with previous town council's decisions, have served our town well. Looking to the future, a few thoughts come to the forefront. We have all experienced difficult times during this pandemic, but I believe the residents and the businesses of our town are resilient and will persevere. My commitment is to our town. We are fortunate to have dedicated and professional staff that understand our obligations and our commitment to provide services to our residents and our businesses. We stand ready and will be ready to deliberate and will be deliberate in our response to what lies ahead. With that said, the year 2020 holds much promise. We have wonderful opportunities that will remind us of our sense of place, the place we call our home. In 2021, we will take the time to remember our past and celebrate 150-year anniversary of the incorporation of North Smithfield. There will be townwide celebrations that will reflect back on the past 150 years that created our history and sense of place. Equally, if not more important, in 2020, we will focus on work required now to address the present and future needs and goals of our town. Some of our work will include protecting our town residents until we eradicate COVID-19. North Smithfield is a caring community. We will remain vigilant to protect one another from the debilitating effects of COVID-19. There is a bright light at the end of the 2020 tunnel. The Rhode Island Department of Health, along with the federal government, is about to embark on an ambitious vaccination process that will allow us to return to life as it was pre-COVID-19. We will continue supporting our schools to ensure our children are equipped with the resources they need to be competitive in their careers, remain lifelong learners and contributors. I will work with the Budget Committee and Town Council to prepare budgets that are fair to all taxpayers and help our seniors to continue living in their homes, and that our veterans are recognized for their service. Overseeing the maintenance and improvement of our infrastructure, including road improvement and building repair, will also be part of this administration's functions. Special attention will focus on the process of readying the reuse of pilot oil to better serve our town. This will be accomplished through the input of our residents, form committees, and town resources to review the best use of this valuable property. Promoting economic growth that will support established businesses and provide for new business investment that is consistent with good land management practices and our comprehensive community plan. This administration will work hand in hand with the Conservation Commission, the Land Trust, to acquire more open space that will remain in perpetuity for our children and our children's children. There are many more opportunities that will be explored and brought forth. In closing, we have tremendous opportunity to keep our town moving forward. In order to move forward, we must call on our past. Samuel Slater was an innovator. He had vision. He faced obstacles, overcame them, persevered. He was resilient. When struggling with development of his watermill, he invited talented people to participate. To quote Samuel Slater, "Come and work with ours and have the credit as well as the advantage of perfecting the first watermill in America. Come and have the credit as well as the opportunity." My administration will continue following Samuel Slater's foresight. I will welcome talented, bright, and innovative people whose ideas have helped to keep North Smithfield moving forward. Come and have the credit as well as the opportunity to contribute to the future of North Smithfield and the place we call home. Thank you.
I hope it's not lost on anyone that in this transition, we go from Ezovski to Zwolenski. And the First Lady goes from Doreen to Noreen.
Ah.
I think it's interesting.
I never realized that.
Members of the Town Council, please stand. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will be true and faithful unto the state and support the laws and Constitution thereof and the Constitution of the United States, and that you will well and truly execute the office of Town Council for the term for which you have been elected, or until another be engaged in your place, or until you be legally discharged therefrom. So help you God. Organization, congratulations.
Call the North Smithfield Town Council organizational meeting to order at 8:19. Roll call, Ms. Alves? Here. Mr. Beauregard?
Here.
Mr. Corvo?
Here.
Mrs. O'Hara? Here. Mr. Vadeney?
Here.
And are there any nominations for the council president?
I'd like to make a nomination for John Beauregard.
Is there a second?
Second that motion.
Any other nomination? We do a roll call vote. Ms. Alves?
Yes.
Mr. Beauregard?
Yes.
Mr. Corvo?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes.
Congratulations.
To entertain nomination for the position of vice president. And I would like to be that up by nominating Tim House as vice president. Do I have a second? Second. Does anyone else have any nominations for the next time? Roll call, please.
Ms. Alves?
Yes.
Mr. Corvo?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes.
Mr. Beauregard?
Yes. Take a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Yeah. Thank you. I was also asked to keep this brief, so I'm just going to fast forward to the end of what I was going to say. And what I was going to say is, we all know the council people that were elected. We read the names in the paper. We voted for them. We have friends that talk to us about them. But I would like to add a little extra dimension to what you may not know about the people that are sitting on the council right now. First of all, I'd like to start off with Steve Carbo. Steve is a smart guy, and he has very good wits about him, and he will serve the town well. I don't know if people are aware of this, but years ago, when Steve's children first started attending North Smithfield schools, Steve organized the ski club. Started off with a school bus, and a few kids were throwing their gear in the back, and today there's over 100 kids, and they go up and coach buses. Steve told me a story about the first year that he was doing the ski club, about a young boy whose father had passed away a short time before that. Steve said that the mother was very grateful that Steve was doing the ski club, and that it was a connection that the boy was able to maintain with his father. So Steve said that if this whole thing fell apart and ski club didn't happen, that he told his wife that he'd be taking that kid up to go skiing every week if it was the last thing he did. It tells you a lot about this, about Steve Carwell. Next, I'd like to tell you something about Paul Badney. Paul is without a doubt, and there's nobody second, a distant second. Paul is without a doubt the most knowledgeable person about town events and has historical knowledge that anybody in this town has. Paul has donated or volunteered, however you want to put it, thousands of hours to this town. He's been on just about every committee and every board that there is, all for the purpose of making this town a better place. 2 years ago when I got elected, Paul approached me, 4 years ago when I first got elected, Paul approached me knowing that I didn't have any experience. And he said, if you ever need any help, don't even give it a second thought about reaching out to me. I'll help you with anything you need. And I did take him up on that, and he will help anybody on this council. That's the kind of person Paul is. Next, we have not just most people's favorite person on the council, but most people's favorite person, Claire O'Hara. Claire is probably the most generous person that I know, with her time and her money. Shortly after Claire learned that my mother passed, she would always go out of her way to call me up. So every now and then she'll call me up just to say, your mother would be proud of you, John. Your mother would be proud of you, John. Claire never says no to a charity. She's always working hard to raise money for this charity, for that charity. But what you may not know is that Claire has a few families in town that are underprivileged. And Claire makes sure that every Christmas that those families, including not just the children, but including the parents, have presents underneath their tree. She called me last year and she said, I need you to go to Kohl's for me, pick up a size 10.5 men's work boots, and bring them to my house. And don't be cheap. So I said, okay. And then she called me back. And on your way by Stop and Shop, pick up a gift certificate for $30 and drop it off too. About a week and a half ago, Claire called me up and she told me that she was at the outlets. And she had she stumbled upon a great sale. And she was able to buy all the families that she donates to, all their presents in one day. She said she spent a lot of money. I said, Claire, do you need a couple of bucks to help pay for all this stuff? And she said, oh no. I just got my check, I cashed my check, and I used the whole check. And I had enough to pay for everything. I said, what check, Claire? My council check. Claire took all the money that she makes from sitting on the town council and bought presents for underprivileged children. That's the kind of person she is. Next, Kim Allen. Shortly after the election, I sat down with Kim and we talked. And we talked about what our goals were, short-term, long-term goals, things we wanted to accomplish. Kim said that she was very concerned about the food pantry. And she wanted to make sure that last year, I don't really have all the exactly how it went down, but last year there was a line item that was supposed to go to the food pantry, it didn't make it. But Kim wanted to make sure that the food pantry got the money they needed, because nobody in a town such as ours should worry about where the next meal is going to come from. And no parent should worry about if the child is going to get a nourishing meal. That's the kind of person Kim is. She worries not just about the people that can help her out and the people that voted, but she worries about everybody in this town. And I have a lot of respect for that. So I could go on about our administrator and our school committee. We elected a great group of people. And I could not be more proud than to be sitting with each and every one of you. Thank you.
This concludes the first portion of our inauguration program, which means that we need to take a break for the room to be cleared, cleaned,
Want to, you stand in front of the table in front of the school committee members, yes, stand at the table.
Ready to go when you are.
I'm ready to go. You are?
We are.
Okay, school committee, please stand. Please raise your right hand. Hold on a second, I'll go down.
I'm not muted.
Mike, is that what I need? School committee members, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will be true and faithful until this day, and support the laws and constitution thereof, and the Constitution of the United States, and that you will well and truly execute the office of the term for which you have been elected or appointed, or until another be engaged in your place, or until you be legally discharged therefore? So help you God. Congratulations. Is we're going to organize. So I'm going to hand the microphone or put it on the table to another chairperson.
We'll start it.
Fatima,
So
can
you want
you,
to take a seat?
Fatima, can you just do a test real quick to make sure we can hear you?
Sure, can you hear me?
Can everybody hear her?
Hello?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, for some reason, my video just won't show. I've unblocked it so many times, it just won't come.
That's
through.
okay, don't worry. Yeah, you can sit at the table like the council did and then go from there. Ready when you are, Fatima.
Okay. I'd like to call to order the North Smithfield School Committee meeting of December 1st at 8:44 p.m. We'll start with attendance. William Connell,
Here.
Paul Jones,
Here.
James Lombardi,
Present.
Jean Mayo,
Here.
Margaret Vada.
Here.
Okay. First order of business, are there any nominations for chairman?
I would like to nominate Hank Lombardi for the position of chairman of the North Smithfield School Committee.
Second.
Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations?
No.
One last time, are there any further nominations? Okay, we'll take a roll call vote on that. Bill Connell,
Yes.
Paul Jones,
Yes.
James Lombardi,
Yes.
Jean Mayo,
Yes.
Margaret Vada.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Lombardi, can you hear me?
Hey, what do you do?
Next item on the agenda is nomination and election of the school committee vice chair. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Jean Hill for vice chair of the North Smithfield School Committee.
There's a second. Second. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, the clerk will cast one vote to Jean Mayo as vice chair. Congratulations. Next item on the agenda is nomination and election of the school committee secretary. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Margaret Vada for the position of secretary of the school committee.
Is there a second? Second. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? The clerk will cast one vote for Ms. Potter as committee secretary. Congratulations. Is there any further business before this body? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, in presence of the
Go to the podium. That way everyone can see you.
Trust me. Ladies and gentlemen, the inauguration of elected officials, in particular the school committee for the year 2020. And I'd also like to thank the people that are participating through Zoom. This concludes the inauguration proceedings. Good night, all.